Trucks advance to the semifinals of the TNT Monster Truck Challenge's first ever three-lane racing. Our first matchup was in the Master of Disaster against Tuff in USA 1. Then it's Clydesdale, Equalizer, and King Punch. Bigfoot 4 still is alive. He'll come out to race Carolina Crusher and Nightlight. The three winners go to the Monster Smash Final. This is the guy who won it all 1 week ago, when for the first time ever, Monsters ran three at a time. Doug Spanier and the Master of Disaster. He wants to make the finals again. To do it, he's going to have to beat Steve Wilkie in USA 1, and Wilkie has flat been letting it all hang out tonight. The other truck will be tough enough with Pablo Cruz.
Scott, this is the only race that counts tonight, because if you don't win here, you don't go to the final, you don't have a chance to win. Look at this. Wheels up, start like a phone sucker. Master Disaster, come out of the left lane. Wilkie close the door in the middle. I don't know.
Master of Disaster got it. Narmi, it was a strange race. Master of Disaster pulled it out of the hole, but USA 1 actually had the lead, or appeared to, when they hit the second set of cards. Let's really look closely at this replay. Well, here's the finish.
Hey, the bounce keeps coming back to win or lose by a bounce, Scott.
There you see it, half a wheel length.
Poor Pablo on the far side, he's working for a living too, isn't he?
Nose dove in on Tough Enough, but the Master of Disaster comes away with the victory.
Doug Spanier is your middle name. Won't give up.
Won't give up. Had a really crummy start tonight, but it seems to be looking pretty good right now.
He's trying to make it two in a row. You know, he'd love to leave Texas as the only man to ever win a three-lane monster truck event. He could do it if he wins tonight. Clydesdale hanging in there, ready to go against the Equalizer, the defending world champion, and the Auto Value King Crunch. Crunch likes to save a little. He can't save any here, but the Equalizer's a favorite.
What Grant Holbrook. This kid is too quiet for me. Bam! He's let that truck do the talking. He's going to the final. The final's going to have two Chevrolets. I don't know who's going to be the third one there, but Chevys are looking good in Big D.
I'm going to tell you, watching this last round, if I'm Bob Chandler, I'd be calling the TNT people in there. So he's talking about dominating. Equalizer's dominating tonight. He beat that field in a couple of good trucks by over a length.
Okay, now really, he did not leave on the starting line with him. He powered it back, and the truck was settled. You got to remember, he used to race ATVs. That's his background. And boy, it sure seems to work, Scott.
He's adapting to monster racing real quick. Well, there is the newfangled reverse gear for Bigfoot as they push him to the starting line. And John Pyatt will try to put the big Ford into the Monster Smash Final. To do it, though, he's going to have to beat two bad Chevys.
Bob Chandler himself was out helping a truck. Now look at the lineup. Gary Porter out of North Carolina, the Carolina Crusher, Chevrolet. Then you got Bigfoot sitting in the middle with Pine doing the driving, the new rookie driver for Chandler's operation, and the privateer out of Nebraska, the nightlife of Dave Wysorek. Anybody can win, but the winner does go to the final. Scott, you take the call.
Here we go, three at a time, showtime. Nightlife got a good start. They're even to the second set. It's Dave Wysorek and the Nightlife Chevrolet.
The privateer.
He does it. Dave Wysorek will move in to the Monster Smash Final against the Equalizer, the defending world champion, and the defending champion here in Texas Stadium, the Master of Disaster, and he won it on the second set.
Got all three of them look like a precision flying machine coming across those cars. Isn't that beautiful?
When we come back, the Monster Smash Final. One week ago, we decided the final between the GMC, the Ford, and the Chevy. But this week, no extra invitation. It's Chevrolets only. The battle for the Texas Cup says Master of Disaster up against Equalizer and Nightlight. Texas Cup will go to Tennessee as Greg Holbrook powers the defending world champion Equalizer to an impressive victory over the Master of Disaster and the Nightlife Chevrolet in the Monster Smash Final.
Once again, he did not lead first. but he just powered it right on through. Gary Cook has got a winning combination once again, Scott.
Army Armstrong working his way over to the winning driver, Greg Holbrook, and the man who built the equalizer, Gary Cook.
Greg Holbrook, what a Cinderella story. Go ahead and take your trophy. That's fantastic. Gary, congratulations to you. It looks like you've again picked you a super driver for this truck.
I had a lot of faith in him. I thought he could do it.
You know, you got to be the quietest young man in this sport, but you really carry a big stick. I'm awfully proud you're here with us. Congratulations on winning this first ever Texas event. Hang in there, son. You're going to be a star.
Thank you, Army. I just needed a little experience under me, and I knew I could do it.
Tell you what, you guys are definitely hot and heavy in this thing. We'll be watching you the rest of the year. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Army.
Now there's a scary thought for the rest of the monster truck racing world. Greg Holbrook needs more experience. Here's the replay, Army.
Well, every run he gets better and better. And look at the other two trucks. They're running him hard. Both of those drivers have nothing to be ashamed of. This kid is just dialed in with Gary Cook. The hot hand again could be the equalizer.
A full-length victory over Nightlife, Master of Disaster, really comes out of the 2 weeks in Texas with the best overall finish. He had a first and a third. And Equalizer is back on top. Here's the Restore Automotive Products point standings. Equalizer and Greg Holbrook leading Bigfoot by 4. The Auto-Value King Crunch loses a little ground, but he's still very much up there. Carolina Crusher holds 4th. Awesome Con now 5th. USA 1 6th. Gravedigger has slipped back to 7th. Then Buffalo Tremor and Nightlife are tied for the 8th spot. And Mike Wine's brand new Outlaw holding into the top 10. He is now number 10, and he has said his goal is to finish in the top 5 for 1990. There you see the presentation of the trophy. The Texas Cup champion is Greg Holbrook and his truck owner, Gary Cook. The equalizer wins it at Texas Stadium. It's been a wild 2 weeks of action and history made on the TNT Monster Truck Challenge. You know it's always historic action when you follow it right here on Tuff Trax. For Army Armstrong and Chris Chapman, I'm Scott Douglas. We'll see you next week here on Tuff Trax.
Homeowners, are you tired of shouldering that big mortgage? Well, you can find out how to cut it down to size on Money Wise Sunday morning at 10:30. Up next, it's Unsafe in the Big Valley here on TV2.